What's going on, guys? Kaiger here. Today we're doing the patch notes for the week, as well as talk about some home stuff and whatnot. Let's get into it.
Stray bird country's master, the long blade technique. Calamus, at your service!
Alright guys, first we're going to look right here over the weekly patch notes. I'm going to go over the March home items, and then we'll look at the likes for Calamus. So first, weekly patch notes this coming out week, lowered the difficulty of Lord Trial. I don't know if it's actually going to make itself easier, or what I'm hoping this is it lowers the requirement to go to the next tier. So right now, the amount of damage points you really need to get to the next level of each one is pretty high, and it scores your level before it scores your score. So I can have a smaller score, but if I'm on difficulty 3 and you're on difficulty 2, I get first place. So I'm hoping it makes it easier to get to the next tiers and not the fight itself easier. Issue with Lancer Flame skill Flame Rush not working in Elemental Realm. I have not had this issue, but if people have been, nice to have that fixed. Gladiator's Uppercut not working in auto. This is either... The only issues I've ever had with Uppercut, which is the dash ability, is if I use it and then you use a dash afterwards, it'll keep my locked on target, and then I just like kind of teleport to you, which I think that's a good feature and should be how it is. I hope this is not what's being fixed. Eyes of Lindsay and Marigold. I was unaware that... I'm not going to lie, I don't look at Lindsay very often, as she's a base 4-star, and Marigold is only for Earth PvE, so I don't really look at her very often, so I'm not very sure about that. I posted this a couple days ago, but I got everything from the March Advent store. Let me make sure you can see this. Yeah. So this is everything in it. So you can decide if you want to buy these things or not from the March shop. Everything here is going to be for Sapphire. So I like this archway. It's pretty good. Hello Spring. This is very cool. It would be funnier if... this kind of looks like a cat tail, but I didn't have cat active as my follow. It'd be cool if your follow pet would go to this smaller one, and then you have Miru down here, which is pretty funny. Then we have this. I tried seeing if someone else could sit here with me as like a picnic thing. It does not work. Then we have this little pedal seat, which this is a rerun item. I mean, it's nice. You could set it up with a... Try to set this up with another piece to make it more interesting. Very similar to what the Miru slime seat is still my favorite sitting thing in the game. Because you're just like leaned back, laid on it, and I aim it to the TV from when the Fire Dancer came, Dahlia. Her like big TV screen thing is really cool. Flower seat. This is a little bit better, more like a beanbag thing going on. Like I said, you can kind of mix it with something and make it do something. This is the back end of it, showing you the tree and the gate. This is an interesting gate. I'm sure people could do something very interesting with this, especially if you're trying to do like a get married thing at your house. This would be a nice, if you put like 3 of these in a row, that would be a nice like walking down the aisle situation. And then the last is something I wish we had for a while. This is the seat with the 2 chairs that we see from Gypsophilia's story. with the cake and whatnot. I like this a lot, especially it pairs really well with the this fountain, which is the cups. I think these are supposed to pair together, and then obviously this tree pairs really well with it. But that's it for those. We also have Calamus's likes, hobbies, love fluffy animals. You don't get that from any of her voice lines or anything. She likes the flute. We could have guessed this because if you watch her animation, when you just like AFK watch her, she will do a little flute thing. Desserts and rust-proof oil. That one I would never guess. Dislikes massacring the innocent. She's supposed to be like a hero type situation. This was a really quick video, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you want to see more of this home stuff when it comes around, showing you guys what it all looks like, or should I skip it? What do you think about the Lord trial? Do you think it's going to be an actual difficulty decrease, or if it's going to lower the point required? Till next time, guys.